Hello everybody and welcome for a new video on Planet Base. So if you don't saw the first video, this game is a game about Mars colonization. And when you've colonized Mars, you can just go and get for other planets such as blue planet, not blue star, and other rocky things that are more difficult than this one. So now we are right in it. We have some basic structures. It's the beginning of the game. We have 2 water pumps, 1 wind turbine, 1 solar panel, some things to store energy, 1 landing pad, something here. We have also oxygen things and all the things that you need in a base and in a colony. So we have 2 new colonists that came here with the landing pad. We have some expansion reach, so those are the things that you get as far as you are going in the videos. So this expression is not an expression, it's not even correct, but it's not a problem. So yes, it was right, a landing pad. So you have all the help tabs, and my game is once and for all, it's not that expression that I was looking for. It is at least this time in English. So I'm looking for what I should win next. We have some trading ship here, so we can trade our basic stuff and get some money here. So money will be used to buy some things to other traders. We can make some other plans here because we have enough colonists to take care of them. As you can see, some of them are in orange, so that means that they need attention, they need to be taken care of. So our base is a little bit cozy, it's beautiful but not that beautiful, you know. So this base will be huge in the next episodes. So for the episode 5, I will try to make that base completely finished, to get all the 10 techs, not 10 techs, but 10 achievements that you can get on that planet. So it will be really hard because I have 9 out of 10 for now, and the 10th is to have 300 colonists. So here we might have like 9 or 10, something like that. So 300, you can imagine a base that is 30 times bigger. So yes, it's huge. We will need to upgrade all of that at least. For the episode 10, our base is way bigger, but we have some problems with some food issues, with some place issues. So you can stay on that gameplay and just subscribe and turn on the notifications if you want to see the following episodes of that game. So I'm just trading a little bit. As you can see, there's a huge commission that they've got to when they trade. Like I pay almost half the price more to just get the same things because they are trading to me. So the base is leaving off, everything is okay. We have a little storage on the right side. This storage is still the same after some episodes, so that's nice. A lot of things have changed in the future episodes, but a lot of things remain the same because we need to not destroy all at each episode. So I bought some text, and fun fact, the little tree tech on the wall. Okay, I was 3D printing at the same time, I think. So the little thing on the top right corner of the trader, the little plant, is a plan to build huge green domes, and I need that for acquiring all the text, and I got it at the 5th episode. So it means that I needed to wait like 4 or 5 hours for another merchant to sell me the same text. So yes, it was very problematic. Why am I shutting down all the supplies, the facilities? It's because we don't have enough electricity to power all of that when there's not enough wind or not enough sun. And in the night, guess what? There's no sun, so we need to shut down a lot of things and to wait for our electricity to stay at the same level before all shuts down by itself. So it's why I need to build another energy collector and a lot of electricity producing things. So it's why I'm just upgrading nodes. A little arrow means that it's the priority to that thing. So you need to build that first, to upgrade that first, and hence. So another trader, so everything is very expensive and I don't have money to afford all of that. In the late game I am completely rich, so I can buy all of that, but in that part of the game we don't have enough money for all of that. This episode is a little bit long without a lot of upgrades to our base, but from the episode 3 to the last episode of this gameplay, things starts to get really fast and interesting. Like for the episode 4 I took a lot of time, more than this one, to upgrade things, to move things around, to do a lot of things. So we traded a little bit with that trader because we can, and we can look at them going around to just put our things that we sold in the ship and get some minerals in exchange. So that's not very nice. It's basic resources, but minerals allows us to make some metal things and to install the second wind turbine. So we can also buy other things, put the mine active back on, and we can see all the domes, and we can not see all the domes just by pressing tab. Just twice will make it at the same point than before. And we have a second solar panel, so it starts to be really interesting, really big. It's the second wind turbine also is bigger than the first one, but for the solar panel I think nothing changed here. So this game is very interesting because you see all of them going and you see the base that is upgrading with the time and that is expanding, so that's very interesting. You can just imagine some things like why are there glass domes on top of just facilities and you don't have glass. It's because it might be some metal that is transformed, because some brands of watch made some glass thing on the top of the watch with aluminum, so it's a lot better. But for those facilities you can think that it may be made out of plastic, and all the metal structures are made out of metal, of course. So here is a spare workshop and some interesting stuff that is almost any game. It's one of the most complex things that you can make in that game, and it's also one of the most useful ones. So this game is not very like, you know, there's not a lot of mechanics and there's not a lot of things to explore. Like here we can stop playing at this game, we've seen all, it will not be more than that. We will just expand, do more things, but we will never have more things than that. So that's a little problematic in this game. I think it's one of the things that can be problematic, because if not, this game is a little bit funny. It's funny to play around with that, but I think if you don't make all the challenges on this game, there is nothing more interesting than this part of the game, and this part of the game is not very interesting. And when you advance, of course, there's a lot of things to do. You are always watching every part of your base. It's better than this part of the game where you have just nothing to do here. But the only downside of being always here is because if you or not, they will all die. So that's also a problem. And as you can see, we have some plastic in between the structures, and I think our plastic will be just locked here. And as you can see, we have a bioplastic locked in our base in the middle of it, so we can press tab to see all the roofs. We can buy some metal because we will need some metal, because it's the most difficult resource to get in that game, I think, because when you have metal you can make spears, you can make all the difficult things, but when you don't, you cannot make all of that. So mining facilities are the most important thing in that game. And obviously I'm not a miner because we don't have a lot of them, and even in the late game metal is still something very difficult to have because it's used very quickly. Like bioplastic, you have that, and you have that a lot, so you don't need as much as you have, so it's not problematic. But for the metal parts it's very problematic, you need more than you have. So we're building a lot of things such as a telescope, a radar, and some control room. Why? It's because we want to manage all the problems that our base can have, so we need all of that things. And I also built a bigger landing pad, so we have some medical people working in such a lab. And we also have semiconductor factories and other things. We start to have a robot factory on the right. We can just give permissions for some ships to land, so I allowed colonists and traders. You can go and watch my other videos. I think there's an interesting one on Blender. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy watching this video and enjoy your day.